Hey you guys, and welcome back to our live broadcast. It's Monday. I missed you guys this weekend. Hope everyone had a great weekend. Tonight we are going to discuss butter coffee and a few other things that I know some of you are kind of experimenting with in your fasting window, and we are going to discuss maybe the possibility of those things breaking your fast, or maybe just keeping you from getting the goals that you're looking for with your intermittent fasting. If you are jumping on for the first time, welcome. Please make sure if you're jumping on Facebook that you take a second to hit that like button and make sure that you are set up to receive notifications. I know a couple of you have been wanting to jump on live and you say that you're having a hard time getting in. So you want to make sure that you hit that notification so that we do go live, that you are notified. And if you're jumping in on YouTube, always feel free to hit that subscribe button so that you will also be notified when we go live. My name is Diane, and for the past couple of years, I have been actually using intermittent fasting to kind of help me go through some of the aging processes that my body was kind of putting me through, as far as some chemical changes and some hormonal changes that were going on in my body. And on top of that, for the past 25 years, I have been helping women kind of do this for themselves, find nutritional plans and fitness programs that can help them make them look and feel their best, and then live their most authentic life, which to me is always the primary goal. Having you be able to live your lifestyle around food, socially and within your family, and also within the goals that you're trying to reach for yourself, without having to exit away from your life and still maintain all the things that you want to maintain with your health and fitness and family and social and all that kind of stuff. So we always lead with authenticity, and then always lead with trying to help you get the best health for yourself, and then helping you reach those other goals that you might have for yourself. So tonight we're going to focus on that, helping you reach your goals with intermittent fasting. And so in some of the course groups that we have been discussing butter coffee and MCT oils and putting things in your drinks during your fasting window, and playing around with, can you add calories, should you not add calories, and what it feels like when you hit that sweet spot with your fasting and really start to feel that fat adaptive sort of feeling, and really start to feel the results that intermittent fasting promises. And so we do have a section in our course we talk about butter coffee, and butter coffee is one of those things that was all the rage, or is all the rage, I guess, still, where you can put some butter in your coffee and whip it up and have it be nice and fancy and creamy and delicious. And it was sort of that thing that was, I called it sort of a fad, but it did serve a purpose. It's a way to kind of get some healthy fats in your diet, kind of help you kind of sustain some energy when you're trying to kind of eliminate carbs, or maybe some of the bad coffee habits that we've developed with a bunch of the sugars that we put in and some of the fake creamers that we're putting in our coffee to sort of flavor it. So I used butter coffee for a while myself as sort of a bridge from unhealthy coffee or sugary coffee or heavy creamed coffee that wasn't exactly healthy, to a place where I am now, where I can pretty much drink any coffee black or just with a little bit of stevia. And it is really useful, I believe, more if you're living a more ketogenic type of life than necessarily a fasting lifestyle. And oftentimes keto diets and fasting are kind of intertwined with the fact that it does help with intermittent fasting if you are lower on the carb side and living the ketogenic lifestyle, but not necessarily going deep ketogenic with what it is you're doing, counting macros and all that kind of stuff. So it is a coffee that works well if you're following a ketogenic lifestyle. But now let's talk about if you're trying to follow an intermittent fasting lifestyle. So again, I teach it in my course as a bridge for those women who feel like there's no way they could ever let go of their creamy coffee with their coffee creamers and their flavors and go to a black coffee, which is what we really strive for with fasting. And so it is a crutch that we use in a short term to get us to a long-term goal, which is not really needing anything in our fasting window. So my opinion with butter coffee is that it may not technically break your fast, but it might be that thing that's keeping you from getting your goals. And how could that be possible? Well, when we're fasting and we're trying to get to that sweet spot, that spot where we really feel the benefits of intermittent fasting and all of those descriptions that intermittent fasting promises us when we get there, butter coffee can be that thing because of the dairy issues with it that could keep you from getting to that point where you're feeling super energized or super clear-headed, or you're getting those deep, like fat burning kind of feelings. And it may have nothing to do with technically breaking your fast, but it could just be that thing that chemically, because of the dairy, is keeping you from reaching your optimal goals, or is making it not as easy for you to reach your optimal goals. Because really, fasting should, after a certain amount of time, should be that thing that should really be natural. It should be a very easy thing, and it shouldn't be anything that your body's struggling with. But if you're constantly keeping those little crutches in that fasting window, then you have what I call the 1 foot in, 1 foot out situation, that you're kind of fasting, but you haven't really surrendered your like full trust and belief in it. So you're holding on to those little things or crutches that are kind of helping you along your fasting window. And yes, there's always that little period of time, it's usually a day or two, that's really uncomfortable when you first start fasting, and you kind of build up that long fasting window that does feel a little bit uncomfortable. But once you get through that and you're home free and you've been able to let go of those crutches like butter coffee and MCT oil in your coffee and coconut oil in your coffee and all those little things, that you really get that deep feeling of fasting and that fat adaptive sort of state. And then once you get there, it's that feeling you don't want to let go of. And in hindsight, you'll look back and you'll go, oh yeah, I guess that was sort of a crutch that I was using, because now I'm doing it with ease and I'm starting to see the benefits. So many people walk around with these like intolerances to dairy, and they don't really know it because they've never really taken dairy out of their life. And so you put this butter in your coffee, which is a straight form of dairy, and you're kind of living off it every morning, and it could be that thing that you're kind of have this little bit of intolerance to, and it could be keeping you out of getting to that deep fat adaptive state. Same thing with MCT oils, and same thing with coconut oil. I've done it all. I was that person that was using that butter coffee and the MCT oils and the coconut oils in my coffee to get me through the morning, and not really willing to put the work in to get through those uncomfortable days. And I wasn't seeing the same results that I'm seeing today with ease, where I can go 20 plus hours in a fast, and I have been able to maintain the physique and the body fat place that I want, without having to leave my lifestyle, and still being able to have the flexibility of kind of choosing when I eat and what I want to eat, with, of course, my own personal limitations that I've developed, with my own personal food choices and what makes me look and feel my best. But I have flexibility because when I am fasting, I don't play games. I am in a true fasted state. So if you're fasting and you're finding that you're feeling frustrated because you're not getting those same feelings that a lot of other people are describing that they're getting, or you're not getting the results that you were hoping to get, I always suggest ditching all the crutches in your fasting window and just go to a straight fast, a deep fast, a long fast, and see if maybe some things might turn around for you. So when you get to that point where you're getting to those deep fasts, when can you use butter coffee efficiently? I always say that those things like butter coffee and coconut oil and MCT oil and those little calorie things that you might be sneaking in are great to bridge you from a 20-hour fast to a 21-hour fast, or from an 18-hour fast to a 20-hour fast. So it's the thing that you use toward the tail end of a fasting window that's going to get you over the hump to maybe just a little bit longer, or you're going to use it at the very beginning of your fasting window and maybe at the end of your feast. So maybe you're the person that is going to work out after your feasting window, let's say, and you want to do something like a pre-workout formula, or you want to add something that has some calories in it. At the very beginning of your fast, it's not going to be as damaging, or at the very end of your fast going into your feasting window, it won't be as risky or as damaging as if you did it when you were waking up in the morning. And if you think about that time in the morning when most people are taking advantage of those frothy butter drinks or the MCT oils, it's right smack dab in your fasting window. So you've fasted since your last meal, you've fasted through the night, and then you have that chance of doing something to your body by putting in some calories or putting in some of those fats that just might not work for you. And then you're getting through the second half of your fasting window, but you're not getting the effects that you should get on that tail end when your body should be in that deep fat burning state because you've burned through all those glycogen stores. So I highly recommend, if you're not seeing the results that you are looking for, or you're not feeling the results that you're looking for, take a long, hard look at what you're doing during your fasting window, and are you using crutches to get you through an uncomfortable feeling? And if you are, I highly recommend you get rid of those for a week or two, get through the discomfort, learn what it feels like to be truly fat adaptive, learn how to become comfortable in that fasted state, and then see how those results change for you, and see if you can get to that super energized feeling and the clear-headed feeling, and really start to get that feeling that we all are getting when we're in that deep fasted state. So I hope that answers some questions for you guys. I know there's been a lot about the butter coffee. I like to teach it in my courses as a bridge to get from something bad to kind of easing out of coffee creamers and heavy sweetened coffees and the Gucci coffees and all that into a more realistic coffee that we use. We do use coffee as a tool with fasting. We use it as an appetite suppressant. We use it for some energy. We use it to kind of help with the hunger hormones, but we teach how to use it in a black or stevia state and not with all the other things. So let me see if I have any questions here. I'll start with YouTube first. Let's see. Ooh, lots of people here. Welcome, you guys. Brown Eyes, nice to have you back. Janet, good evening. Julie, hello. Crystal, nice to see you. Houston, Texas, awesome. Hi there, in the July group, loving the knowledge you're sharing. This is so timely. I think my morning butter cocoa is breaking my fast. I think so too. So, okay, and here, so Rita, I'll remember that I stopped with you. So good to see you over here, Rita. Let me say this so I don't get a bunch of hate mail from the butter coffee people. It works for some people. So butter coffee and having those little, like the 30 calorie this and the 15 calorie that and the oils and all that, they work for some people. They don't work for everyone. So this is for those people who are frustrated, who are not getting the results that they want. If you're frustrated and you're not getting the feeling that you want, and you feel like everything that you're doing is right, but you're just not getting to that deep fasted state where you're feeling energized and clear-headed and you're seeing the results, then you have to consider that this butter coffee thing or the MCT oils or the coconut oils might not work for you. And keep in mind that it is used more in the ketogenic type of diet where you're trying to keep yourself and you're testing for ketones in your urine, and you want to be fat adaptive in that level, as opposed to what we're doing with intermittent fasting. They're two completely different lifestyles. The only time they cross is when you're using a lower carb, higher fat type of lifestyle to benefit intermittent fasting. Because remember, intermittent fasting, we want to get to that fat burning stage as quickly as we can. So we have to keep those glycogen stores down. So we want to keep as much of the carbs and sugars out of our body. We burn through those quickly, and then we get to the fat adaptive state. Where in the ketogenic lifestyle, remember, they're keeping their carbs extremely low purposely, but they may not necessarily be creating an intermittent fasting lifestyle with the keto diet. So they're completely separate. And if you're ketogenic or you're following that lifestyle, then having the butter coffee at any time might be beneficial to you because you're not trying to create a fasting environment in your body. So we want to make sure that those two areas are clear. And if you're using butter coffee and you're getting great results, congratulations. You are one of the lucky ones. We all envy you. It just doesn't work for everyone. And what I'm finding is that a lot of the women who are in my age category, like that 40 and above, and you're noticing some chemical changes with your body because your hormones are changing, that it is that thing that's going to kind of keep you in that trapped place of not getting the results that you're looking for. So there's my disclaimer on that one. I don't need to get any hate mail from anybody. Deborah. Oh, you're welcome, Deborah. Thank you so much for saying that. Marty, hello. Amelia, good evening. Carolyn, good evening. I feel the best when I am truly fasted, no calories at all. Yvonne, I feel the same way. But, you know, sometimes we have to learn it the hard way. So for those people who are kind of struggling and you're not fully in, I suggest ditching it. Hello from England. Melbourne is in the house. I have never had butter coffee. Really could not think of anything worse, but in saying that, I've always had black coffee. I'm lucky, love black coffee. Yeah, Marnie, you know, congratulations. For some people, like I used to be the coffee drinker that my coffee was white and I had to reheat it after I put my creamer in it. That's how much creamer I had in it. And now I love black coffee. So it's just a taste thing you have to acquire. Rita, good finds today. Stopped putting Califia creamer in my coffee, going black coffee now. Looking for a high-end coffee. Now, any suggestions? Thanks again for keeping us interested and focused. Okay, cool. Rita, we are reviewing a coffee right now that we're absolutely loving. We're going to give it another week, and then I'll tell you guys what it is. Marietta, July group. I found that coffee, even black, triggers hunger pangs, so I'm drinking matcha tea. Oh, awesome. Yeah, that's awesome if that's working for you. I think that's great that you're experimenting and finding something that's working for you. Sean, June group grad, feel great. 10 pounds gone, switched to black coffee day one and haven't looked back. Yeah, good for you, Sean. I remember that. You know, it is one of those crutch things, and once you get, there's a feeling about a really good black coffee that you cannot replace anywhere. So once you let go of those sugar coffees and creamers, even if they're sugar-free, there's sugar in them, and they're holding you back, and they're probably dragging you down, and you won't know that till you get the true benefit of what coffee is supposed to do for you, and that is energize you. And there's thermogenic benefits, there's fat-burning benefits. I mean, there's all kinds of great benefits to coffee that oftentimes we don't get because we're messing with it too much. My shoulder's about to die from holding my finger up here. Let's see. Devani, good to see you. Patricia, hello, Diane. Ready to start the July group. I've had such a difficult time. Patricia, we'll get you fixed. Don't even worry about it. We're like a week away from starting. We're a week away from starting, and you're 2 weeks from great results. The women in our current July group that started the 1st of July have had amazing results 1 week in. So just hang tight with us. You're almost there. Shirley had an emotional eating breakfast muffin. Oh no, the headache. Never again. Yeah. You don't do those too many times, boy. We learn those quick. Hi from Illinois. Greetings from Washington. Looking forward to July group. Yes, is that Effie? Good to have you. We're excited about the July group too. So July 15th is our next group. It's filling up quickly. If you're struggling with intermittent fasting, or you're kind of not sure what to do, and you've been following a bunch of different people, we really make it very straightforward. We teach you how to think for yourself. We teach you how to figure out your own foods. And within 1 week, our women are feeling some great results and seeing great results and learning a ton about their bodies. And they're just basically saying that they're feeling very free around food, which for a lot of us, and I know myself too, it was a very new thing. So Patricia, yeah, you're good, girlfriend. A couple weeks away. Marina, I never thought I could drink black coffee. Now I do. Think about the results. Now the sweet processed cream is gross. I know it is. Hi, Diane. Would you mind discussing menopause and the IF process? Will symptoms subside? I think Tomasada. I'll make that a topic this week, so make sure you stay tuned, and I'll discuss all that this week. Okay, let me go back over here to Facebook. My husband's here. My assistant's here. My girl Joanna is here. Okay, let's see. Vivere. Hey, girlfriends. Good to see you. Martina. Good to see you. Jody. Good to see you. Doreen. Thank you for the call Saturday. You gave me great information. I'm feeling awesome at 20-hour fast for 3 days now. Yes. Doreen, congratulations for getting to that 20-hour mark. The 20-hour mark is the sweet spot for sure. Joni from Arizona is here. Beatrice, thank you so much. Faye from Houston, good to have you here. Kathy Hay. Stephanie, love seeing the familiar names here from the group. I know, it's like our little, oh, my face is all shiny. We just took the dog for a walk. I'm all kind of sweaty still. It's a nice little community we have here. I love all the familiar faces and everybody helping each other. Christine, hello. The house from the Perth, Western Australia. My girl from Australia is here. Martina, Maggie joined. Carrie, Vancouver, Washington, listening and taking notes. Good. Jackie, hello from Denver. 0 calories during my fast. Thank you. Yep. You got to go 0 calories, ladies. Don't even play games. No sound. Sometimes if there's no sound, you got to go off and come back on. Stephanie, I tried butter coffee for the first time. I broke my fast with it. So good, but I won't have it during my fast. It's more of a treat for me. Yeah. So I say having... Okay, so let me just explain to you guys what I did on Saturday. So I've been doing longer fasts on Saturday and doing sort of just a one meal thing. It feels good to me. I'm loving it, and it fits with my life right now. And so that's the beautiful thing about intermittent fasting. You can kind of change things up if you want to. And so we were volunteering at church this weekend as a family. All 4 of us have jobs at church. We volunteer. So we had to be there around 3:30, so we left around 3. I usually break my fast around 4, so then I knew we were going to go to Costco and then come home. So I had a long span, and I'm like, okay, what do? Do I end my fast early, or do I try to stretch it out? So I decided to stretch it out, but I knew if I didn't eat something that would have been like kind of like lethargic and falling asleep at church, which is not what I want to do. I want to be attentive and I take notes and I want to be present. So I packed about 5 green olives in a Ziploc bag with my carbonated water, put it in my purse, and I ate the olives on the way to church. So by the time I got there for my volunteering time, I was a little bit more energized. I had a little pick-me-up, and I drank my water during the service. I had it in my bag. And so I had just about 4 or 5 olives, which were pure fat. So I wasn't so much worried about whether I broke my fast or not. I didn't care. What I wanted to do was extend the opportunity for my body to be in a very like fat burning mode with putting the fat, putting the fat of the olives in my body, but not necessarily putting a bunch of other stuff in either. And so I was able to get through Costco, check it out, after all that time of fasting, get through Costco, not being super obsessed about food or needing to eat or anything. We came home from Costco, we made our chicken tortilla soup. I had a bowl of soup with some avocados on it. I think I had a little piece of naan bread on the side, and I was fine. That's all I had for the night, and then I went into my next fast on Sunday. So having the crutches toward the end of your fast is much more beneficial than smack dab in the middle. You don't want to mess with an extended fasting time by putting something in your body that could possibly just cause a chemical change. And since we don't walk around with meters attached to us monitoring our chemicals changes and reactions all the time in our body, we don't know what's happening when we put something in. So always be safe. Black coffee, black tea, or unsweetened tea. I say if you can get no herbal, just straight black tea is the best way to go. And then plenty of water, carbonated water, mineral water, all that kind of stuff. That is the safest way to go. Don't waste the sacrifice that you made after your feast and through the rest of your day by possibly throwing some wrench in your system by putting something in your body that's just not going to do you any good. Carolina, welcome. I'm glad you found us. Martina, I like the idea of pushing the butter coffee to the end of the fast to help you increase your fasting hours. Yeah. And okay, so I did a spinning class on Sunday morning, and I did it fasted. I just had a cup of black coffee before I went to my spinning class, and oh my gosh, I felt amazing. And ran into one of our friends from our course there. She called me out in the lobby. She's going to be joining in my July course, so that was fun. But yeah, so I just had black coffee and water before my spinning class, and I felt amazing, amazing. So worked out fasted, and it was great. Hey, Liz, good to see you. I miss you. I miss having you around, Liz. We should connect soon. Jody, is there a detoxing effect with fasting? I ask because I have an obnoxious allergy to raw carrots, celery, and cherries, and I've been experiencing the same symptoms without eating those items. Hive, live. I don't know. Yeah, sometimes there is a detoxing process if you're taking a lot of stuff out. So I would just I would keep a journal on that kind of stuff, Jody, and see how it ends up panning out for you. Virginia, black coffee, what is it where you get it? Butter coffee. Butter coffee, if you don't know what it is, don't worry about it. I wouldn't worry about it. I would just keep doing what you're doing. Carrie, I do black coffee and skip the butter, but prefer decaf coffee. Anybody fit to having caffeine? It makes me so jittery to use all the caffeinated coffee. No, if caffeinated coffee gives you the jitters, don't add it. Don't create something in your body that you don't necessarily need to create. I would say don't create a habit you don't already have. And some people are just not caffeine adaptive. And so if you're not caffeine adaptive, that means your body can't metabolize the caffeine, and that's what makes you jittery and up all night, and so you don't really get the benefits from it. You get the negative reaction from it. I personally am very caffeine adaptive. I get all the benefits from it and feel great when I drink it and can process it through my body well, and so it doesn't affect me later in the evening. But if you don't get those kind of positive reactions from caffeine, don't force yourself to get caffeine in your system. That's not what we want to create. It's only for those people who can handle caffeine and are caffeine adaptive. And so for you, water is probably going to be the thing that's going to work best for you, and just get enough of a variety that you excited about drinking it all day is kind of what I say. Nicola, good to have you here. Thank you. I'm from Devon, Pennsylvania. I'm in the July 15th group. What affects less Cacao powder or butter for a dairy-free option when breaking a fast? I don't know. I would say just use the one that works best for you. I don't know. Carolina, you got to play around with that one. Beatrice, I want in on the July 15th. Okay, my husband just posted the link below, Beatrice. You can jump in with us. Chris, love to hear you first thing in the morning. Woo! Love having you in the group. Chris, Diane, hello. Cindy's here. And Stephanie, how to sign up for 715 group. Stephanie, there's a link. Michael Parham is my husband. He's in the comment section. He posted the link so you can sign up there. We start July 15th. It's the first time we're doing a mid-month group, so hopefully it's going to work out well with doing, we're going to do 2 groups a month. Jan, hi from Scotland, 3 a.m. or third 20-hour, feeling good. Good, it's 3 a.m. Girlfriend, you are dedicated. Thanks for being here, and you're on your third 20-hour fast. Awesome. Congratulations. Amy, I'm finding that it is truly a lifestyle I can live with. So glad I found you after all the videos I watched. I have definitely started listening to my body and the foods that I eat. Great. Congratulations. Marnie, we are not going to die if our stomach growls. Exactly. And we have a saying in our fasting course, and it's called, the saying is, hungry is where the magic happens. And literally, once you become comfortable in the state of hungry and you understand what the benefits of hunger are for your body, not only physique-wise, but health-wise as well, it becomes a very comfortable place to be. And you really learn how to thrive in that environment. And that's our goal with our course, is to teach you how to thrive in the state of hungry. Any suggestions on taking daily medicine during your fast without terrible nausea? I say take your medicine during your during your feast. You don't have to necessarily take medicine in the morning. Take it when you feast. Maria, so funny. Okay. Alvina, Pennsylvania in the house. Whoop. Bonnie, loving the new lifestyle. It's so easy now. I'm doing 24 during the week and flexible during the weekend. After a while, you don't miss the bad stuff. You won't need the crutches. Exactly. I made the mistake of telling a coworker about IF. He says my body will start eating its organs and muscles. I just laughed. We had a conversation about it and ended it with, yeah, people are funny. I don't say there's some people I don't say I fast around. Okay, I'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, let's see. Whenever works for me. Anyone on ketogenic intermittent fasting? If yes, anyone having insomnia? The insomnia part goes away. Insomnia usually comes when you go really low carbs really fast. So you might want to just adjust your carbs a little bit and then increase some magnesium, and that might help. GTS. Jill, I used to be afraid of hunger also. Okay, cool. Thanks for my consult call on Saturday morning when you answered all of my questions and offered awesome suggestions and tips regarding IF while traveling for work. I've been feeling on top of the world. Oh, Patricia, yay. I always love when my suggestions work. So thanks for your time on Saturday as well. Brown Eyes, Diane, I started 20-hour fasting, no problems. I drank 1 gallon of water today, and when I broke my fast today, I sent me straight to the restroom. I need to be eating more healthy. Okay, I think you just answered your own question there, Brown Eyes. Gwen, I'm still waiting for that feeling of thriving when hungry. I hope I get there. Gwen, you will. Just don't put anything in your fasting window and try to get to that 20 hours. Let's see. I am keto. IF, no problems with insomnia. I've been keto over 7 years. Yeah, so usually if you're feeling like insomnia and stuff like that from going keto while fasting, then you probably just dropped too low in your carbs too fast, and you just kind of have to ease into it and then make sure you're getting enough fat. Did my 18.6 today and had intended to go 20. However, the headache and nausea ended it at 18. I'm starting to feel more energized. Awesome. Cool. So just work your way up to the 20. Don't jump to 20. Work your way up to it, and then before you know it, you'll be there. Okay, so the insomnia thing is that thing, that if you put too many changes in your body at one time, of course your body's going to react. So ease into backing out of the carbs. Take the bad carbs out first. That's easy. And then what you want to do is make sure that you're getting, I'm going to plug in my phone real quick. You want to make sure that you're getting enough fats so that you can kind of offset some of that insomnia. And then, excuse me, you guys, I'm going to plug in my phone so I don't lose you guys. So you have enough of that energy source, and see if that kind of helps out the insomnia part of it. I haven't been able to go past 18 hours of fasting so far. Started my fast at 8 p.m. I'll try for 20. Cool. Cool. Okay, awesome. Let me see if there's anything else over here on Facebook. Let's see. Have you ever plant-based vegan protein and green shake mix? Have you ever had, Shayna, I don't know what you're asking there. Arnulfo, good to see you. Susie, I was here 15 minutes early to listen in, and now I'm 30 minutes late. I appreciate that you post these on YouTube. Yeah, you'll get to see it tomorrow. That's cool. Alberta is here. I love you guys that are jumping in from around the world. I love it. Stephanie, how to sign up for 715 group. Stephanie, there's a link, so I think we already talked about that. Okay, cool. How can I ask about intermittent fasting with adrenal fatigue? Any concerns? How much is enough fats? Okay, that's a good question. Is it okay to take fat burners? Okay, let me answer the question about how much is enough fats, and then I think we'll kind of cut it for tonight. And some of these things I can include in more specific topics that you guys can focus on just one topic down the road. Okay, so how much is too fast? You won't know that, and you have to play around with it a little bit. So what I always suggest is trying to break the carbs first. So we all know what bad carbs are, hopefully, and we know what good carbs are. So you want to get the bad, empty calorie, no nutritional benefit carbs out. And then what you want to do is incorporate the good carbs. So keep the vegetables and stuff like that in. Try to eliminate sugars and fruits and stuff like that slowly. And then the fats, you want to just replace the carbs with some fats. So I always suggest an avocado a day. We used to say an apple a day. I suggest an avocado a day. That will make sure that you keep your calories up and you keep your fats up. That is the place to start. We also use oil on just about everything. Tonight, we had a super kind of like hodgepodge dinner. We had a really big shake. I was really full from that. I kind of just felt like snacking, so I just made a big plate of vegetables, some carrots, some tomatoes. We had some sweet peppers. I had some lunch meat, a little bit of manchego cheese cut up, and then a bunch of olives, and then I made some homemade pesto, which is really high in fat, and then we had some guacamole, and we just used the vegetables to dip into the pesto and the guacamole, and that was dinner tonight. I mean, it's so basic, and it was super clean, and it was really high in fat. Then we had some vegetables to munch on too. So you have to kind of play with it until you know what your level of energy is. You want to make sure that you're not feeling kind of foggy in your brain. And when you get to that point where you've gotten enough fat in, all those things will kind of settle down and you'll feel it. Grams wise, I don't know because I don't really count those things at all. So our call is coming this Wednesday. What do I need to have handy? Deborah, just make sure that you're available at your call time. I will call you and have any questions that you have available, and then we'll kind of go over those. And if you don't have any questions, we'll just kind of talk about your journey. I kind of keep it open and leave it for you guys on the consult call. Marnie, okay, cool. Proper IFing helps my adrenal fatigue. Yeah, so anything, intermittent fasting pretty much helps anything. Remember, our bodies are self-healing. So anytime you put yourself in a fasted state, you're giving your body the opportunity to heal itself. So there's really nothing that intermittent fasting can't fix as long as you put yourself in the true fasted state. So that's just the catch that I say to watch. Okay, good advice, Marnie. Barely could go 16 and made it to 17 and did 18. Yes, perhaps slowly it will be the way for me since I used to eat 5 to 6 times a day. Yeah, you got to work into it. And don't put any pressure on yourself. So getting to the 20-hour mark should not feel like pressure or anything that you feel stressed out about. It should just be a goal that you have if you can get there. Not everyone thrives in the 20-hour fasting window. I mean, that's just sort of the reality of it. Most people do, but you might need to eat more or have a longer feasting window. If you're feeling fat adaptive, if you're feeling super energized, if you're feeling clear in your brain, if you're noticing some changes in your physique, then whatever hour you're at for your fasting is your sweet spot. That is what's going to work for you. And then remember that you can flexible fasting as well. You can mix in some flexible time. So you can do some 16, you can do some 20s, you can do some 17s. Your body's going to change every day. And every day is a new opportunity to see what you can get out of your body. And there's days that you just have to fast less. And then there's days that you can stretch it like I did on Saturday, where I just kind of put a couple olives in there and I was really able to get to a really good fasting time. And I felt great all weekend. I'm starting my children might want to lose And so, do I, 53-year-olds, I think I can feel lighter. Yeah, cool. Yeah, people who get their families involved, it's been fun. They're all fasting together. It's pretty cool. Okay, let me see what else I got over here on Facebook really quick. It's helping me so much. Okay, cool, Maria. How do you satisfy sweet tooth in a healthy way? I say the more you cut out carbs and the more you cut out sweets, the less you're going to have a sweet tooth. I'm only 5 pounds away from my goal weight, so I won't put pressure on myself. Yeah, please don't. And here's what I say about goal weight. Have an idea in your mind where you want to be weight-wise, but really go with how you feel and how you see yourself when you look at yourself. And if those are all positive things, forget the numbers. But if you're a number person, I say never have a specific goal weight, always have a plus or minus. So have a range that you like to stay in with a plus or minus 5 or 10 pounds. That's totally healthy. Cool. Okay, let's see if I got anything over here, and then I'm going to go. It's a powder just found as no whey and no soy, less it thins my body. Yeah, I say I say give it a try. If it works for you, Shanna, then that's your go-to. How much fat in a day should I eat? I don't know. I'm constantly doing 24. I've noticed nighttime hot flashes have increased. Will this ease? Yeah, okay, so Christine, if you're having hot flashes at night, it might be a mineral deficiency. So maybe take an Epsom salt bath or get some magnesium lotion. Check to make sure you're getting enough potassium and calcium and sodium and magnesium in your diet. Maybe get a supplement, and those things tend to go away. And you also want to make sure you're not drinking any wine at night, because those sugars in the wine can have the hot flashes hit you too. So, okay. So here's what I'd love for you guys to do. I see a lot of questions coming in that are kind of off topic, which I love because that creates a great conversation and a great way for us to have this kind of discussion. Shoot me some either in private message on YouTube or on Facebook, or you guys can send me an email to dianeparhamfitness@gmail.com with something that you would like me to dive into a little deeper. So if you have some questions or you have a sticking point, maybe with your fasting or maybe some things that you're going through with your aging process, with some menopausal issues or some perimenopause, or when does it all get better or anything like that, shoot me an email, and then I can formulate a more, I guess, a proper discussion around it instead of kind of just off the shooting off the hip kind of thing, and address your question more personally for you and for the group as a whole. And then we can get you guys some more concrete information, like I said, instead of just me kind of answering it quickly. I never mind doing that at all. And then I'll just close on this really quick in case you guys are interested. I just got some new skincare products for aging. I just started using it today, so I'm going to use it for a couple weeks, and then if I like it, I'm going to do a YouTube video on it and share it with you guys. But so far it's been pretty good. I really like it, and I will share with you because it's an anti-aging skincare line, and I had never heard about it before, but they reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to try it, and so I said heck yeah. So they sent me a whole kit, and I'm going to use it for 2 weeks, and then I'll let you guys know what I think about it. But so far it's been really nice. Okay, cool. No wine here, but I'll take on board the mineral and magnesium issue. Yeah, and this is a good one. Christine, Pellegrino's a good mineral water. The Mountain Valley one that I always talk about. Lotions, magnesium baths, all that stuff will help. It's usually just some sort of little thing that's off in your body, and you gotta, or maybe just you might be a little dehydrated too. So I try to shoot for between 100 and 150 calories. I mean, not calories, 100 to 150 ounces of water a day. So maybe up your water intake as well. Okay, and then my husband and I just got some new sheets too that are at thebalm.com. So we're testing those out with our family, and when we get a good feeling on those, I'll share those with you guys too. They've been amazing, and they've been really helping with sleep, and we've been feeling really comfortable. And now my kids loved their new sheets last night, and they were just raving about how comfortable they were too. So, and then we got them from Costco. So when we get a good review on those, I'll share those with you guys too. My Target doesn't carry Topo Chico mineral water, so I tried a Mexican grocery store, and yes, they had it. Well, Topo Chico's the Mexican mineral water, so awesome for that. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna cut out of here, you guys. Thanks so much for popping in. It's always so good to come back on a Monday. I always feel like the weekend's so long where I don't get to talk to you live. And as soon as I get through this month, because a lot of people have been asking for me to do more stuff on Instagram and to do some more videos that are like more proper videos and not the live ones. I am working on all of that, but my main focus is to be present with my family and to serve you guys as well. But it's summertime, and I've got a lot of consult calls this month. And this is the last month that it'll be like that. So please be patient with me and bear with me for the month of July while I get through what I need to get through with my July group, because I do want to fulfill my promise to making sure that they feel cared for in their group, even though it's a big group. So I'm trying to be present with them, and then I don't want to be that mom that's constantly walking around with a phone and a camera in my hand. So I'm trying to be present with my kids as well. And so I will be able to do a little bit more of Instagramming live and do some more stuff with some videos. We've got some really good cooking videos that we're going to do for you guys, but we'll have to wait till August to do that when my life slows down a little bit, and then I can be a good mom and a good coach and a mentor and information source for you guys as well. But I want to make sure that I stay balanced so that I keep my commitment to everything that I'm committed to. And I know you guys understand because you live that same lifestyle too. So everything's planned out for the coming months, but I'm just trying to be a little bit more focused and balanced this month. So please be patient with me, and always feel free to email me. I always answer my emails within a day or two. I try to get them as fast as I can, or my assistant Kara gets them. So always feel free to email me or text me. I'm always loving the one-on-one communication that I can get with you guys too. So never feel like you can't reach out to me in that way if you need to as well. And then if you're interested, July 15th is our next course startup day. So don't hesitate. Jump in if you're curious about what we're doing in the course, or you just want to get those results that you hear everyone else talking about. Literally within a week, things will start making sense for you as a woman who is going through the aging process, and you can kind of shut out all the other noise that's going on in the world with intermittent fasting and what you should and shouldn't you do. You'll be able to fine-tune it for yourself and get some pretty amazing results, and create a lifestyle that you can live in, that you'll be comfortable around food. You'll be able to get rid of the scale. You'll be able to forget about macros and calorie counting and all that crazy stuff that we have been so prone to do as women growing up in a society where dieting and image has been, such a weird thing for us. All of that stuff will be corrected for you in our course, or hopefully it will, which is what we're doing in our course with the women that are joining now. So July 15th is the next start date. We will do another one July 28th. If you're interested in joining that one, just wait till the July 15th course starts, and then you can register for the next one. And then we'll be starting them, I think, every Saturday coming up soon. So you'll be able to jump into a course within a week of sign up. And so that's really exciting. We're working on some stuff for that. So thanks so much for jumping in. I will be back tomorrow night, Tuesday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you have a topic that you would like me to dive into a little deeper for you, definitely feel free to email me or text me or private message me here. Let me know what that topic is, and I will make sure that I acknowledge you in my response if you would like, and I will get you some information that you're looking for. Have a super night tonight, you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow.